The basement looked huge compared to the
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah, it did.
We're good? Okay. Good evening and welcome to the rescheduled Wednesday, October 11th Selectmen's meeting, which was originally scheduled for Monday, but being a holiday for some, we did not have it then. It was rescheduled for tonight. We've just come out of a paperwork review. We'd like to start the meeting off with everyone to please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Note that Selectman Weber is not here tonight. Previous commitments. Let's see, just kick right in. So we have review and approval of consent items. We have an AP manifest for October 3rd, 2023 in the amount of $65,071.14. And for October 10th, 2023 in the amount of $157,778.89. A payroll manifest for October 5th, 2023 in the amount of $52,459.03. And for October 12th, 2023 in the amount of $59,127.74. We have the August 2024 Treasurer Reconciliation and the State of New Hampshire Department of Revenue PA-28 Inventory of Taxable Property. Is there anything that anybody would like removed or has anything to question or comments? All right. Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion for approval of these consent items.
I'll make an approval for the consent items for tonight's
We have
meeting.
a motion from Mr.
Oh, I
Gannon.
can't get that, it's
Yep.
been a long day.
I'll second it.
We have a second from Mr. Gannon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 400. Next up, we have requests for additional items or other business. Is there anything that anybody would like added to the agenda tonight?
I may, I don't
You
know,
may?
I'm gonna ask if it
Okay.
should be or if we postpone it.
Okay. We got,
Maybe we need a later discussion on the warrant article, and I'm not sure it's gonna be a warrant article or not, for that survey, archaeological survey, part 2, phase 2 for $14,000. I don't know if that's a discussion we need to have later or tonight.
I thought we were gonna find that in the budget.
So, we can attempt to find it in the budget. There's a couple other bills that I'm waiting to see what comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were going to look for a grant is what we were actually trying to do, which I haven't seen anything,
Okay.
come up, but I can look again. Warrant articles were not even ready
Yeah.
yet, so at our next leadership meeting, we'll talk about what everybody has and put together a list, but it's gonna be extensive, I think.
So if we can postpone it till
Yeah.
then, right?
All right. Or if we have year-end money available, I'd want to maybe use that as well, rather than piling on the warrant articles.
Okay.
If we have the money, if we can. We'll leave that to you two.
I have a second item now as well.
Yep, go ahead. Go
Again, we
ahead.
can do it for a later discussion, but just to get that on the, in the process. At a last NRPC meeting during the roundtable, one of the gentlemen from a surrounding town said it's coming up quickly, is in, let's see, in 2 years from now, and I know we're ahead of it, the Declaration of Independence, the signing has been, will be on the 250th anniversary. So towns are starting to plan now, 2 years out. So it's not anything for tonight, but just so we can get this in the process of getting meetings set up or a commission or something. And now, the town had its 275th or 250th anniversary, so a lot of that is already here. But maybe parks and historical or heritage, you know, has to get together. So there is some money for that, right? There was an article, like, we had a warrant article for $5,000 or something,
I
right?
believe
May,
that's gone.
Yeah. It's just a later discussion.
I think the 250th.
Was it a warrant
1999,
article? We do have a
I
little
think.
bit of money from the 275th.
Yep.
So a lot of that same stuff can be reused, but.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Okay, so again, not for tonight's agenda, but just so we get them with the town administrator to get them into the process. All right, thank you.
So down in,
Yeah, the Declaration of Independence, 250 years.
No kidding. Okay. Have that, all right. Public input will occur no earlier than 6:45 PM. Let's see, under business, we have approval of the minutes for September 25th, 2023. Are there any things in there that anybody saw that what they want to discuss?
I have to-
You know I always look at you.
Oh, no, but I have to abstain. I wasn't here.
Oh, that's right, okay. Steve, Kevin?
I see nothing.
Okay.
I've already read them.
All right, hearing none, we'll entertain a motion for acceptance.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the Board of Selectmen meeting on September 25th, 2023.
We have a motion from Mr. Gannon,
Second.
second by Mr. Lynch. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Abstain.
Motion carries 301. Got that right. So, communications and metal detecting, we'll wait till the next meeting when we have a full board.
So we'll just table them again
We'll
until,
table them until again, but we should address it, so.
Yep.
Hopefully everyone will be here next
so
week.
we'll table them until Monday, October 23rd.
Yep. All right. Recreation contract for $92,625 for Natticook Excavation and Landscaping LLC. All right. Ken, I'm gonna let you.
You here to speak to that, Andy?
I'm here if you have any questions, so I'll help, I guess.
Andy Reggles is the vice chair of the
Okay.
Recreation Commission.
Okay. Well, I usually just turn to Kim.
they voted on it at their last meeting, and it came up at the budget committee meeting.
Yep.
Last Thursday.
Mhm.
So the budget committee did request a copy, which has been forwarded to them.
You might kind of just fill this in why, we did sign a contract with him, and he is coming back asking for more money, but it's justifiable.
Correct, yeah, so, essentially what is happening here is, Natticook is, essentially, they agreed to do everything for the same price as they did the last year. What has changed is there's some additional stuff that we're asking them to do. Essentially around the pickleball courts, just to keep that mowed down. And there's fences that get put up at Roy Memorial for softball season, and that added a couple hours a week to his mowing. So he was just asking for compensation for that. So that was it. Everything else is the
How
same.
much extra was he asking for?
It was what 87.5 last
Oh,
year
yeah,
and
about
92 this
5.
year, 92.5. So
About 5,000.
It's
I want to say 5,000. Yeah,
Just 92,000 for the contract, okay.
correct.
But it was very respectful that Ryan did come in and say he would have been keeping the contract at the same rate, which is,
Yeah.
You know, kind of in addition to that, he did also install the well at Roy Memorial for us, and part of that obligation was that we were to hopefully give him first right of refusal for the next 3 years.
Mhm. Yep.
So
I remember
just-
that.
And I mean, the well is fantastic. It puts out a lot of water, which we didn't need this year, but we will next year probably. So
I don't think there's any question that he's worth every dollar we pay him and then some.
agreed. The fields look amazing.
Yep. Yep.
Every one of them. So.
And I do remember a couple of years ago when he had a little hiccup at Dara.
But he
And
took care of it.
He took care of it out of his own pocket. He didn't ask the town for any other money. He took care of it all himself.
and I think it actually helped the fields in the long run, because they got rid of everything, including the weeds.
Yep. Yep. So,
So I guess the question is, this is the only document that I received was the letter. Is that
Okay.
what was given to the Recreation Commission? Because there was a contract that specified that amendments to the contract would come up.
mhm.
So I'm wondering if we shouldn't make an actual amendment to the contract and have him sign a new contract. This isn't really that.
Yep. It's not gonna change the cost, it's just gonna clean it up.
Just the wording.
Right.
Kim, I just forwarded the proposal and the letter, so hopefully you have both now, so.
Yeah, we have the estimate.
Was
We
it-
have the letter.
Yeah,
Oh, it was a proposal.
as well. Yeah, it was a
Okay,
proposal, so.
I'll update the contract.
Yeah, so that language will stay the same with the amended numbers, I would assume.
Sure, and
Yeah.
I'll send it over.
Perfect.
You guys can work that out?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, Randy.
You're welcome.
There's nothing we have to do with this, right? We don't have to make a motion now.
You do, the
we
board,
have to
the
approve
board
it, right?
needs to approve it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Well, I will make a motion to approve the modified contract or the new contract with Natticook Excavation and Landscaping for $92,625,000.
I'll second.
How about 92,600?
92,625.
Ryan would really like that,
Yeah.
I'd wanna give him that kind of money.
I'll second.
Just for clarification, he couldn't count on rec commission either, so.
Yeah. So he sent it to the selectmen.
Yeah, so we actually upgraded.
That's why it
addition
can't be
by
on the budget.
subtraction.
It might work for in our favor, it might not. We just don't know.
So,
I'm just like the 1,000 on.
All right, so let me fix it. All right. I will make a motion to approve the Natticook Excavation and Landscaping LLC contract for $92,625. For the
you had a rough
2024
couple
season.
days too.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion from Mr. Gannon and a second from Ms. Queenan. Any further discussion?
No.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 4-0-0, please. Thank you, and thank Ryan, please.
I certainly will. I certainly will.
He's-
I don't recall, are there any other rec items that I need to throw out for?
There's the budget, that I discussed with Peter, the
Okay.
$8,000 from last year.
Okay,
So they need to approve it, but
okay. Do you want me to stick around for?
you can, yeah.
I don't really
Happy
want
to
to.
have it, okay. I think it's a done deal.
Have a good night, thank you.
It comes with being the chair, Andy.
Call me if you need me, all right?
Bye, Andy.
Lose my number. Okay.
Try to show him the door.
So yeah, the number that they had put in, they kept the 8,000 in that was added back at deliberative last year, which had a couple questions from Budget Committee, but it wasn't bad. So we just need to approve that new number, right?
Right,
Okay.
and we'll put it under the selectmen proposed.
Okay. Do we have that?
Yes, it's after this Hawker.
Oh, the estimate?
Um,
I have Natticook and then I have estimate and then Hawkers.
the estimate.
Oh, the estimate is
That is
Natticook,
the
Yeah.
Natticook,
The Natticook.
So then we have the Hawkers,
which were 5. So originally there were 5.
okay?
And
Great.
2 were withdrawn, just yesterday, so, I didn't want to change the portal too much, so I just marked that they're
Okay.
withdrawn. This is Power Home Remodeling. It's a remodeling service that goes around, tries to, they have passed all the background checks, and it has gone through the process. And the 3 that are remaining, Alec Drummond, Jonathan Chelson, and John Forelli, did stop and they have paid. They are just awaiting your approval.
Okay.
And they do work 12 to 7.
They do work what?
12 to 7.
12 to 7.
'Cause I know that's been.
Good luck knocking on people's doors at dinner time.
Well, this should be home.
My only question on this would be if, I don't want to word this right, if they're aggressively pursuing a sale and somebody is trying to tell them no, and the homeowner calls us, then what are our options as a town?
So we can get in touch with them, and at that point, I would talk to the police department. The new policy, they have to have their license number, they're mimeographed, or laminated now. We give them that, they have to have that, in plain view.
Yep.
We have contact information.
Okay.
for the company as well as the individuals.
But I mean,
We would-
if
we
he
would
goes
get
to,
the police department.
if they go to your house and, you know, you answer the door and they're trying to sell you something and you say, no, I'm good, I'm all set, and you say it a couple of times and they just keep pushing,
They should report it to us.
they should report it, okay, but do we have the option to stop them? If they continue to do that kind of stuff?
Can we
If
cancel their peddler's
Yeah,
license, their
yeah.
license?
Right.
if
Do we
they-
have that
You
ability?
can
Okay.
withdraw their license, yes.
Because as long as we're protecting the homeowners, that's my concern. Okay, then I'm good with it. Anybody else? Okay. We have a motion to approve the hawkers and the peddlers license minus the 2 withdrawals.
All right, so I'll make a motion to approve the 3 hawkers and peddlers applications from Power Home Remodeling. All 3 have passed the background check. Mr. Alec Drummond, Jonathan Chelson, and
John.
John Ferrari.
John Farrelly.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion from Mr. Gannon, a second from Mr. Lynch. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0-0. Okay, next. What's the next one?
The appointment of
Oh.
Mr. Fred French
Oh.
to the Litchfield Energy Committee.
Oh,
So most of these appointments have been a year. I think we'll have to look at how we handle that and bring them all back next spring. But, so this is to expire March 30th, 2024. And I believe Mr. French is here.
okay. And I take it you're not Fred? You are? Oh,
Yes.
well, then come on up and say hello.
Fred's also a member of the Conservation Commission.
Oh, he is?
Yep,
Oh,
he
that's
is.
right, I saw you at the meeting, the one I sat in for Kevin, okay. Come on down.
You sat beside him.
All right. So you want to be on the committee?
Yeah, I thought
you.
I'd
Thank you.
like to get involved, see what it's all about. I'm an advocate of conserving energy and try to get a price that's reasonable for the consumer.
All right. Well, we thank you for doing that and wanting to be a part of it. Does anybody have any questions of him, or do you have any questions of us, or?
No, I just read some of the back meetings because I was on vacation, so I was tardy for the first couple meetings.
It's gonna
So
be
I read
busy,
up on that.
It
right? We
is.
got some things on the fire, so
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw that.
you're gonna get,
Yes.
you're gonna get your feet wet, which is good.
Won't be the
I know a
first
couple of towns that have already gone through the process in the western part of the state, smaller towns, 600 people. And it went smoothly for those towns, but they were smaller. I know it's going to be a lot different here.
Okay,
Fred,
so,
congratulations.
Yeah,
well, he's not on yet, we gotta appoint him.
Oh, he's
We need
on.
a motion to appoint.
I'll make a motion that we appoint Fred French to the Energy Commission,
With a term to expire?
2024, March 30th of
We have a motion from Mr.
2024.
Lynch.
I'll second.
We have a second from Ms. Queenan. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0-0.
Just say aye,
And
aye.
again, we thank you.
Yep,
You're gonna
Congratulations,
be,
Fred.
you're gonna
Thank
be
you.
busy. If you're not busy with conservation, you'll be busy here.
yeah. Well, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
You gotta learn the word no.
October 24th
Thank
is
you.
the next.
I got them.
You got October 24th? Okay.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Community Power Survey, recommendation of the Energy Committee. Ms.
Yes.
Kleiner,
So,
say it this time.
you'll see here in your portal, the survey, the Community Power Survey, which has been approved by the Energy Committee. Standard Power brought it forward. The Energy Committee had a number of really good recommendations on changes to it.
Yeah,
What happens from here is this survey will go out through social media, our website. And in paper form, we will have it available at the town clerk's and the Board of Selectmen's windows. This is trying to gauge what the community's main objective is. Are they more concerned with renewable energy, or are they more concerned with price? So that's what the survey is really trying to figure out, is where should we set the plans, because they'll develop 3 or 4 plans for your community. Some people choose the default price, which is just the lowest price you can possibly get. Some people choose for it to be the default price plus 10% renewable energy, which is a little higher price. So this is what that is trying to gauge. So Standard Power will get these surveys and they'll collect them back. The ones that are put on our website and through social media, it's uses SurveyMonkey. So the survey will hopefully, if you approve it, go out this Friday, the 13th, and it will be available through November 30th. The Standard Power sent me today just the social media links that you see below the survey. This is their proposed language that they suggest we use. We don't have to, but I think it's professionally done and we should definitely think about it. So the draft plan is being looked at by the Energy Committee now. We have a meeting October 24th where tentatively we could have amendments to that plan or changes to that plan. The draft plan would come to you either November 6th is what we are hoping, so that we can release the draft plan to the public on November 8th. Then we need 2 public hearings where the public can come in and discuss the plan. So there's a timeline, and of course we're trying to meet warrant articles. The discussion came up as to whether this was a warrant article, and I'll look to you, Selectman Leary, that the Budget Committee needs to have on December 15th, since there is no financial impact to the town.
Then no.
Okay. So then I think we have a little bit more time to deal with, which we may need, depending on the community's questions.
Yeah, they only have to view it and vote on it if it has an impact. Or I believe if it's a revenue source, anything with money, but this has got nothing to do with that, so.
No money at all.
So the survey questions themselves are relatively straightforward.
Yep, it wouldn't hurt to put it in front of them and just let them see it, but they don't need to vote on it. Okay, cool. Yeah, they are pretty forward, yeah.
Yeah, simple, 10 questions,
Yep.
easy to answer. It's not gonna take a
Yep.
large amount of time from anybody. Definitely encourage people to take the survey.
2 PowerPoints here look good too.
What's that?
The 2 PowerPoints that they have, the links. It gives them a lot of information in a very short amount of time.
Yes, I think we're better off going with Standard Power's language. They've done this in probably at least a dozen communities now. So I think instead of recreating the wheel,
Why reinvent the stone?
so if it's acceptable to the board, we'd like to get it out so that the community can start answering.
Does everybody want a chance to look it over and just maybe next 24 hours or something, or?
No, I sat on this committee, so, but I may not, I'll vote on it, but I won't make a first or second. I want other people to.
What's your thought on it?
I think it's fine. I did reject it only because I wanted one of the one of the, initially rejected, because I wanted one of those questions. I thought, I didn't even remember which one it was in the middle of. I thought the last option, D, should have been the first, you know what I mean? Because I don't think the reader's gonna go all the way through. But at the end of the day, it's more important this gets to warrant article, so I think I'm gonna say go.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll-
I think it's good.
We'll defer to your judgment on that.
I just think when users fill out a survey, they just, they go for the first one, but they don't read all the way down. But if they
Looking
take
at
their
the
time.
survey, it is 10 questions. It's pretty straightforward. And hopefully
Should be
people
pretty
take it. Yeah, it'd be quick and easy,
Yep.
painless.
Read all the answers, people.
Read everything before
So
you
do we
choose.
need a motion on it?
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve Community Power Survey from the recommendation of the Energy Committee.
We have a motion from Mr. Gannon,
I'll second it.
second from Mr. Lynch. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 400. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody's favorite. 2024 proposed budget changes.
So this is the item that we just spoke about, the $8,000 added back in. When I went through the budget, they did have a couple other changes, a couple lines that they had increased that weren't in the budget that came to you, and a couple that decreased. So if you open it up, I marked it over in the notes column. And you can see there, but ultimately it adds $8,136 to the budget.
And we still don't have the health care numbers yet, right?
We have nothing, we have no official communication from Health Trust.
That's the scary one.
I would expect probably next week.
From everything we've heard, it's probably not gonna be good news.
So
Okay.
we were 27 under, this is 8, now we're 19 under. I would say that is going to be changed drastically.
Welcome to the world.
Okay. All right, we need a motion to accept the new budget numbers, budget changes.
I'll make a motion to accept the 2024 proposed budget changes from the Recreation Commission with the initial proposed addition of $8,136.
We have a motion from Mr. Gannon,
I will second.
second from Ms. Queenan. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 400. Right. Up next, Town Administrator Report.
We have them?
So, Mr. French contacted me this morning, and we discussed, they'd like the approval of, your approval for the Halloween
Yep.
trick or treat hours, Tuesday, October 31st from 6 to 8. That was the first part.
Got that same call today from the Lions Club. I told her to call you.
That was the
Okay.
second part of it, is the Lions Club is seeking permission for their annual trick-or-treat tailgate event here at Town Hall, same day, October 31st, 6 to 8. The police, highway, and fire have been notified. So if
The
it's
yearly event.
acceptable with you, we'd like to go ahead and post that information. And I'll let Mr. French know that it is on.
Does anybody have any problems with this at all? No, I don't either.
Nope.
I think it's good. I like the hours for the Halloween, and I like what the Lions Club does here. This is good.
Okay, great.
So-
So, we just wanted to say, I had the opportunity to talk to him a little bit today. Our very best wishes to Sergeant Savage, whose final shift is this evening.
It was out front when I came in.
Was it-
23 years? something like that.
25,
I know when my son was a
25 this year.
freshman at Campbell, he played basketball under Mr. Savage. He was one of the coaches for the freshmen as well as the JV teams. And former SRO officer at the school, I mean,
And
the
Dan, he
kids
was-
absolutely loved him.
I think
Loved him.
everybody is talking about how much they are going to miss him throughout.
Yeah, he
the
was my daughter's
community.
dear officer.
Yeah, absolutely, no question about it.
So,
He will be missed.
Quality guy. We wish him the best. I mean, can't thank him enough for what he's done for the town.
we wanted to thank the fire department for the fire parade last Friday night. That was my first.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say it was quite exciting to see all the residents outside of their houses.
And you made a drive-through, the party for
I,
Mr. Savage?
after the party for Mr. Savage, I rode with Chief Nickel.
Yep.
Through the parade, so.
Good.
We want, sorry.
You put you in a fire truck?
No, I rode in the chief's car with him. I think I offered to drive, but no one was taking me up on it.
We'll see what we can do for next year.
Oh, yeah, we'll work on that one.
We do want to mention that this coming Saturday, from 1 to 4 is the fire department's open house. And there'll be a number of events for kids, fire truck rides, live demonstrations. They do expect the Dart Med helicopter to arrive. And of course, the annual chili cook-off.
Who's making chili?
I think there's a number, I know of 2
Yeah?
that are making chili.
They've done this before, the chili, I remember, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
I didn't know who made the chili. I know Warren Adams
well,
makes
I
the beans. He
think,
makes really good beans.
I think Mr. Kelly does, and I think
Oh, really?
Mr. Clint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clancy, I
Clancy.
Clancy
think,
and Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I'll have at this Saturday, and it has been advertised out on Facebook, is they will be doing a little overview on the new CERT team. Mr. Nickel and Mr. French and I looked over the information that Chief Nickel put together for the CERT team. He's got a really nice comprehensive document. So they'll go through that and have sign-ups for that, so that's exciting. Last May, we were notified by the county that the 2024 budget was estimated at 70 million and change, which was an increase of 12 million change over fiscal 23. We got the bill in, and it was actually approved at 186, 546, so they did reduce it. The town's portion is 1,426,483, which is 166,943 more than last year's proportion.
So is that like 12, 13%?
Yeah, I estimate that it's probably going to be about 13, 14 cents. Per thousand. Yeah. So, it's not as bad as they estimated. But,
Oh, that's reality.
That gets me every time.
I guess that's what
You know,
estimate high and then come in a little lower.
we're not gonna stick it to you as hard as we thought we were going to, but still gonna stick it to you.
Of course, we'll have the final increase when the tax rate is set, but
So 14 cents per thousand households? Wow,
Wow.
that's a jump.
not much we can really do about that
Yeah, I
one.
know.
We used to get all excited about it.
Unfortunately, a lot of it is the cost of the county nursing homes and the county jails and the shortages of staff to work. So that's a big part of it, which all seemed to change as a result of COVID. And then the other item is just the trustee of trust funds, August and September reports that were sent over for your information. And those have been provided to the budget committee as well.
Okay.
Great. You're a fountain of good news tonight.
Not usually.
I'm just kidding. Let's see. So, all right, so up next we have the selectmen reports. Rec Commission, Mr. Weber's not here tonight. He is also one of the energy guys, so, but Kim, you were there, right?
I was at the energy one, yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute then.
Oh, do we want to bring up that? That might be something to bring up, though. If
Yeah,
Mr. Weber
let's-
can't attend, could we have a,
We need a
Backup
second.
person.
We need a second, yeah.
Oh, volunteer to take on that added role?
Does anybody have an interest in that?
Unless Kevin
It's a
wants it.
great,
even,
Steve does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well-
Sold.
I said I'm willing. I didn't say I want it. I said I'm willing.
Sold.
Any more questions you need to answer?
It's like one step forward if you
Yeah.
want, everybody else steps back.
I can't even go to
So-
school facilities.
Kim, while we're hot with you, we'll stay with planning board, capital improvement, and everything else you do under the sun.
all right. So planning board, I was not there last week, but from what I hear, there was a packed room. You watched it, right? So I believe it was the property behind the Sawmill Estates, right? Going, where they're trying to maybe put in some, maybe either more homes or bigger homes on a smaller lot, right, open space or something, so. I don't know if the plan was approved. It was not approved, okay, so that's still ongoing. But the next meeting for planning board is October 17th at the town hall here. Capital Improvement Plan Committee, which comes out of that planning board, we did meet. The numbers look better with the interest in there, so right now it's about $70 million of requests on that list. So we'll have to look at that. The school is the biggest. It's not a shock. It's about 60 million, give or take, with the interest for paying it back for 20 years. So I think they thought it was 39,000, and they had 39 million, right? And they had a $7,000 grant if it was over a certain price, which I think they're going to meet. So they're expecting that to be close to $60 million. So we are meeting on October 16th, which is coming up, and we want to try to get that back to the planning board so that they come back to here afterwards. So we're in the middle of ranking that. Let's see what's next. Next would be, I have an NRPC meeting on the 18th. That's our monthly meeting. We're still working vision, mission statement, strategy. Trying to get that done by the end of the year. Let's see, after that, what's the next meeting? Will be the Energy Commission meeting. So most of the work, Kim Kleiner already went through. You had approved the survey that we had discussed to go to public, go out to the public. And she mentioned also the draft plan, so we'll look at that next time. And the final item is the Economic Development Committee. We canceled that again because of what was going on with me having to miss that meeting. We meet October 25th, 6:30 p.m. here at the Town Hall to continue with that.
Okay.
And that's what I have.
Mr. Gannon, Heritage.
Heritage met last night, but I had a conflict and could not attend, so the next meeting would be, let's say November 14th.
Conservation, Emergency Management, and School Facilities.
School facilities, I'm gonna explain that school facilities is in the afternoon. I have not been able to make those meetings, because they're from 3 to 5.
It's hard.
Okay, it's hard for me because I got a part-time work.
Mhm.
And also, I've been watching them after the fact, what they're doing, just to stay abreast. Conservation, and we didn't meet last time we met. They're gonna meet this week, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay? And, we're going, whatever happens there. And we have not had an emergency management meeting that I have heard about yet.
That's a good thing. Right, and Budget Committee, we finished up the town presentations last week, so we don't meet this week. We'll meet next week and start voting. So, and if we have the insurance numbers by then, it ought to be a lot of fun.
Why do you make this so creative?
You can look at it with misery, or you can look at it with humor. I prefer to laugh.
Get that right.
So, okay. Anything else that anybody wants to add?
Did you do the public hearing, open it to the public today? Did I miss that?
We did that earlier.
We
Yeah,
did?
that was-
I missed it.
Oh, no, maybe we didn't.
No, Bob, you had,
Okay.
Not that,
We'll now open it up to public input. Is there any members of the public that would like to come up?
there's a no there. You're saying no.
Seeing none, we'll close public input.
this is the first time we skipped it. Has it been here?
Our next scheduled meeting will be October 23rd, correct? Which is a Monday again?
Yes.
Very good. And before we go into non-public, I just want to thank everybody that was involved in the police chief interviews last night. We had community roundtable. I do not know all the law enforcement people, but I know that Gail Barringer, Renee Thoreau, Alan Marcotte, and Bobby Jacks were on the community side, and they did a wonderful job. I mean, they really did. And they were very thorough, and as Gail kept saying, they did their job. They took it seriously. So, thank them very, very much they helped us out a lot.
Valuable feedback too from them.
Great feedback, yeah.
Very good.
So, all right. No one has anything else? We'll go into non-public. We need a motion.
I will make a motion to enter non-public for RSA 91A, semicolon 32A, the dismissal, promotion, or compensation of any public employee or the disciplinary action of such employee, or the investigation of any charges against him or her, unless the employee affected has, one, the right to a meeting, and two, requests that the meeting be open, in which case the request shall be granted. For RSA 91A, semicolon 32C, matters which, if discussed in public, would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of the public body itself, unless such person requests an open meeting. The exception shall extend to any application for assistance or a tax abatement or waiver of a fee, fine, or other levy, if based on the inability to pay or poverty of the applicant. And RSA 91A 32, semicolon 32D, consideration of the acquisition, sale, or lease of real or personal property which, if discussed in public, would likely benefit a party or parties whose interests are adverse to those of the general community.
Okay, we have a motion for Mr. Gannon to go into non-public. We have a second.
I'll second.
We have a second from Ms. Queenan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 4-0-0. We are now going into non-public at 7:16 PM. Want to wish everyone out there good health, and we will see you next time. Get out to the fire department shindig this weekend. It's always fun. Thank you.